What's up, everybody? You are live with Johnathan Maness AKA The1Legbandit, and I'm excited today. I have an outstanding YouTube star here with me. I've been following him for years, and I'm just so glad that he's taking a little bit of time with me today. His name is Scott Rich, and he also goes by Raja. He has a huge YouTube channel called The Big Jackpot. He also does Raja Makes Money. And just like me at Maness Federal Medical here, he likes helping folks make money, helping folks succeed and be successful in life. And that's what it's all about. When you get to a certain level, you're trying to help others grow, and you have to share your knowledge, and work together. And he doesn't have to do what he does. He takes 30, 40 minutes a day, a lot more than that with his team, to research stocks and go over things with Raja Makes Money and give people the best outlook that he can. But with no further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in Mr. Scott Rich.
How you doing?
Hey, thank you so much for being here with us today.
You're welcome.
So if you would, Scott, go ahead and just tell everybody a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind, and, what your mission's been like over the last year.
Yeah, just most of the time over the last year, I've been traveling to casinos and all over the country and stuff. But I like to spend a lot of time keeping up on the current events, and especially in the markets, and always been fascinated with day trading and also the cryptocurrency and different stuff going on. So spend a lot of time on that, and just like to do stuff as an entrepreneur and try and make money.
Hey, same here. If you're not swinging the bat, you're not going to get anywhere you need to be. So this year you decided to go on a mission. You took $5 million and decided to trade it, correct?
Correct.
And, it's been an up and down battle. And, with the stock market the way it is, some days you'd lose, what, 500 grand,
Yeah, no, it's been up and down. We've had days we've lost almost $1 million, and we had one day this year where we made over $1 million in one day. So, yeah, especially with the meme stocks, I have a very good strategy that works that I use and I have several accounts. So I've done very well actually this last year. But the stock account for the show, we were kind of, I had a strategy, it works, and we were kind of got focused on some of the meme stocks and some of the other stuff. It was more of a distraction. Those are, hit or miss. You can get lucky sometimes, but to make steady money and make a lot of money, you kind of just have to focus, and pick one thing that works for you and, works well.
Yeah, I mean, you have definitely taught me through watching your stream, you've sometimes got to go for it. You've got to press $250 a push, or you've got to bet $100,000, whatever it takes to really hit a home run sometimes. So, yeah. Clocking at the little pennies won't get you where you want to be, will it, Raja?
No, but you also have to always, whether it's gambling or, playing stocks or the markets or cryptocurrency, you have to play in your means. So, I mean, nothing that I'm risking is anything that's going to affect me from, making a loan payment or, eating tomorrow night or my kids going to college. You want to, always just, play within your means. So always set aside, money to live on and make sure you're, in good financial shape. But obviously, from the slots and gambling my whole life, and the stock market's like a 12-hour a day casino with pre-hours and after morning hours and after hours.
Well, tell everyone about how you're forecasting the next year is in business. Do you think business is going to do well over the next 12 months?
I think some businesses are going to do tremendous over the next 12 months. Obviously, automakers and they're going to do well because, and especially dealerships, because profits are way up, and the profit on selling a car is way up, where they used to break even, lose money, or make a few dollars. Now that there's a vehicle shortage, they're going to do tremendous. Unfortunately for the automakers, they're not going to have the tremendous growth because they can't produce because of the chip shortage. So these are businesses that are going to do well. They're going to have much better margins on the cars and the vehicles that they do make, but they're not going to have the high growth sales expectations that everybody was probably forecasting. They're just going to have better margins on their product, and at some point, that's all going to go away. I think other businesses that are going to have probably do well later into next year will be like the cruise lines and travel. Travel has picked up, but you still have a lot of safety concerns, and it is kind of interesting. Once we pulled out of Afghanistan, it's kind of like COVID went away. I honestly, in the last week, COVID cases are still huge. 1,500 plus people a day are still dying, they say, but I don't see it anywhere on the news. You don't hear about it on headlines. I haven't heard of any schools closing. I haven't heard of any businesses closing. I haven't heard of any other states having mask mandates. It's kind of like everyone's just kind of like, whatever we have in place, we're leaving, and it's kind of like we're waiting for something to happen. So hopefully, obviously the winter months have been worse, they say, for COVID, but hopefully it doesn't spike up more. But the federal government and the money that $6 trillion that we already gave out in stimulus is definitely going to take a toll. And you had a lot of over exuberant amounts of sales and things that took place this year. It's kind of like when we did the last time when they did a stimulus, I think 2008 or 9, I don't know, somewhere about like 10 years ago, when they had that stimulus, and it was like $1,000 or $800, if you remember it. They called it the iPhone stimulus because it was enough money to go buy an iPhone. Well, this stimulus, with $3,800 per person and different stuff, has really, it's much more than an iPhone, and that's why you've seen like your top retailers like Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all this higher end stuff selling out everywhere because it was so much money. Well, I can tell you now that there is still a lot of stuff sold out because of manufacturer and supply issues, but the sales are not going to continue as that stimulus money evaporates.
Oh, absolutely. And I think you hit the nail on the head with, the cruise ships and everything that's it's really gotten beaten down, and that's going to come back roaring. So I think that's a great 12-month outlook, definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, yeah. So with the big jackpot, I know you're traveling around the country, but when you're traveling around, you get to meet a lot of cool people and make a lot of relationships. And do you feel like, Raja, with relationships, that's how you get where you need to be, especially in the business world?
Well, I think making relationships is always terrific in the business world, and I love, I used to, I still do love international travel. I've been all over Europe, Asia, and just tons of places. And it's nice because you learn so much different things. There's different cultures, how people interact, what's popular there that's not popular here. You also can see, new stuff coming that's popular somewhere else that hasn't hit America yet, or, different places. So it definitely can see lots of stuff from traveling. And, connections are always well. It depends what you're doing. If you're a day trader trading cryptocurrency, you really don't need any connections. You just need to watch a chart and pray that it goes up or down or whatever way you're betting. But if you're doing business and expanding, or selling products or need distribution, obviously the right connections in those areas help a lot. Plus, I meet a lot of interesting people who have different businesses and different things. I meet very successful people who are worth 10 times more than my net worth, and I meet people who come up to me and say, "Hey, Raja, you just won a jackpot for $3,000. Can I borrow $100?"
Yeah. Well, I tell you, getting around, I know sometimes at the different blackjack tables, you're sitting beside somebody, you talk to somebody, and you find out like it's, Akon or whoever you might be that weekend. He was just down in Tampa at the Hard Rock. But it's just, it's really cool getting to get around like you do. And I enjoy following you. I think it takes a lot of energy to do what you do. You are on a plane at least 2 or 3 days a week, it seems like, and you travel, and you do a lot for your followers, and that's how you've earned what you got. And I respect it, and I just wanted to say, thank you for what you do.
Well, you're very welcome.
Are you having fun?
Yeah, sometimes it's a lot of fun and sometimes it's not. when travel and everything goes as planned, it's a lot of fun. When you have because of airline shortages, pilot delays, weather delays. Sometimes flights are 3-4 hours delayed. It screws up schedules, or you're ready to come home and a flight gets canceled. So the last month or two it's getting a little bit better, but there was that summertime peak when everybody heard about all the airport disasters. It was a mess, and that takes a toll on you. But like I said, I enjoy going to the casinos. I'm not going to go anywhere I don't want to be. I'm fortunate enough that we make those decisions. We're not forced to have to go anywhere, but we have a lot of big events coming up, and not this week, the week after, we're in Ohio. We have a big event coming up in Foxwoods, Connecticut in December. We may have a cruise in December. We have lots of different stuff coming up. And we'll add some other casinos, in between that we'll visit. We're back in Vegas in November. Usually I go to Vegas once a month, so I try and hit at least 2 out of town casinos a month.
Well, everybody, please go to YouTube and subscribe to the Big Jackpot and Raja Makes Money. They're definitely great subscriptions, and he pops up. He always puts out the alerts. He's got a full crew that runs it, so you won't miss anything. And I'm telling you, it's just a fun show to watch. So definitely check that out. So Raja, let's transition back to Raja Makes Money while I got a few minutes here with you. What is some of your best picks you think this year, right now, that you're playing? I know you're playing LCID, correct?
Yeah, Lucid's been really well for me. Apple, last year Apple was my big pick. Unfortunately, when the meme stocks all hit, all the brokerage account, I mostly use Charles Schwab. All the brokerage companies changed all their margin requirements and how you leverage money. Selling puts to open is my main strategy, and just tremendous amounts of money you can make in it, and you just have to pick the right companies. And like I tell people, it's like a progressive jackpot. You want to pick. I know Apple, no matter what, a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, is always going to be worth more money than it is today. Now, will Apple be worth less money in 3 weeks? It possibly could be. Will it be worth more money in 3 weeks? It possibly could be. All I know is that next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, Apple will be worth more than it is today. So I do a put to open strategy, which basically is you want to acquire stock at a discount. I'm really not looking to acquire stock, but it could get put to you without your choice, which you could then just sell it and reopen your position. But it's kind of like a progressive jackpot. You're kind of just picking up an entry point, and you're just playing that point until that stock at some point is above that strike price, and then the option expires worthless. But every week that the option goes, if it is not in the money yet, or is below the strike price, you just keep rolling it out every week. And you want a stock that has enough of a premium so that you can try and, depending on the size of your account, that you can pick up 50 cents to $1, hopefully per contract every week, so it equals a lot of money. Well, the problem with Apple is just the changes in margin requirements and the price of the stock makes it really hard to leverage it as much. For volume to, where like Lucid has been one where, and like I've told people, Lucid's not making any money for 2 or 3 years. It's got a long road, but right now the premium, the pricing, and everything is just really works out really well on Lucid, and it's got a cap of it's not going to go below $15-$16. It touched it once, since it went public or changed to Lucid, but and they have a car. They're going to deliver cars for the first time in 3 or 4 weeks, and I think that when they deliver cars again, the stock will be $27-$28, and then it's going to come back down. It's going to sit around this low 20s probably for the rest of the year on average.
Well, I really like Lucid's mission. I like investing in anything with a great mission, and it seems like their mission is forward thinking, and it's a great mission, What I just want to ask your opinion while I got you here. What do you think about Nikola? I mean, I think it's extremely low right now. Do you think it's garbage, or would you hop on Nikola? NKLA? Tesla?
Yeah.
Not Tesla, Nikola.
Yeah. That was the one that had the issues with the CEO and stuff, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. It's tough to say. I think you have to look at the end of the day, and without having it in front of me to look at right now, is what is that company, what is it worth? How many cars are they going to deliver this year? And that's what you have to look at. It's kind of like I told people with Lucid. They have at $25 a share, it's a $40 billion valuation. They're going to deliver, they have orders for 13,000 cars. Well, if you take, 13,000 cars times, their base price is 77,000, the top of the line is 160,000. So just take 13,000 cars that they have orders for. if they can even deliver 13,000 cars over the next year. I think they can. I think they'll start delivering a couple hundred cars a month and ramp up. But 13,000 cars at $100,000 a car is only $1.3 billion. Why are they worth more than $40 billion? So you have to look at stuff like that, but are they going to get, can they deliver 100,000 cars by 2020? 25, or something. 100,000 cars at $100,000 is, 10 billion in sales. So yeah, or I don't know, without exact math, but I'm just saying you have to look at what they're going to produce, what their revenue is. It's great that you have revenue, but if you're still losing, 50, 100 million a year, to have a $40 billion valuation, you're looking at that turning point. Tesla didn't do anything for 7 or 8 years before it just took off. And I think Tesla took off not really because it's an actual valuation of what it should be at. It's just because people loved Elon Musk, and there's a lot of crazy people in the world, and he definitely attracts those people to want to invest in him. It's he was just kind of like he's kind of like he's a meme stock, but not a meme stock. He's he has a good following on Twitter and stuff, and he's hurt a lot of people, and he's made a lot of people millionaires with his tweets.
Yes, he definitely has. He definitely helped Shiba Inu this week, but we won't get on crypto right now. Do enough with crypto, but I wanted to ask you, as busy as you are with the big jackpot and all that you had going on, what was your thoughts, or what did you want with Raja Makes Money?
So, Raja Makes Money originally when I came up with the idea. So, like I said, I've been trading stocks for, almost in options for 25, 30 years, my whole life. When I came up with the concept of Raja Makes Money, I was like, this is easy. I have a lot of friends who I helped get into it. They're making a ton of money this last 2 years or year and a half. And the idea, and I was kind of like, I didn't really think about the time and everything, because when I came up with the idea, it was in October. I was, everything was just doing really well. And I have nightclubs and bars, restaurants and stuff, different businesses I'm an owner of. And we had a 10 o'clock curfew. And I was like, but imagine your business shutting down at 10. Well, then it went to outdoor dining only, and it became a hard shutdown again the first week in November. So we were closed in Colorado originally the first time for 9 weeks, and then for 7 weeks. So when I came up with the whole concept of all this, when my businesses are open, some are open until 4 a.m. I'm very active, in them, and like to make sure that things are going well, and make sure everybody's doing their job. But when some of the stuff was fully shut down, I had nothing going on. I still had my internet company and the big jackpot, and we were traveling because Colorado was closed, but Vegas remained open, and some other states. And I had a lot of free time on my hands, so I was like, this is a great idea. I'm going to do this podcast. We'll do this, 5 days a week. We'll go live maybe on Sundays, talk what's happening, because there was nothing going on. I had a lot of free time. Now that, and kind of like right when I launched it, that first week of January, Colorado opened back up, and everything started going again. So it's definitely... now I'm back up, out a lot later in the night. I'm not, home at, 10 o'clock with the, curfews that we had, enacted in our state. So it's definitely changed a lot. And, I think I thought Raja Makes Money would do a little bit more. And it kind of, like I said, I have a very boring, simple concept that's going to make me millions of dollars a year, which it has this year, not on the Raja Makes Money side, because we probably, like I said, we made 5-6 million doing what I do, and we gave back 5-6 million playing meme stocks. But I kind of did the meme stocks just for the show. It's the same thing with the big jackpot. There's a lot of slot machines I play that I have no interest to play at all, but I know my fans love them, and obviously if I want people to watch me, I need to play them. It's the same thing with Raja Makes Money. If I, start, day trading GameStop and, whatever the hot meme stock is of the day, more people tune in and it's a lot more exciting. Unfortunately, if you're not making any money, why waste your time doing it? So I kind of looked at Raja Makes Money. We have a decent audience of people, and like I said, it hasn't blossomed to what I had hoped for it to do. We almost have 10,000 people on YouTube and like 8,000 people on Facebook with it. But at the end of the day, even if I had 100,000 followers, it's not going to be. I like helping people and I like to see people make money, but to spend a lot of my time on it. If it's really not growing or going to do a whole lot, I don't, know in the future what I'll do. I'll definitely write it out, for the year, because it's Raja Makes Money. How much will he make in a year? So I'm not going to walk away.
But you've helped a lot of people, Raja. I want you to know that 10,000 number is the true people, because think of this. On LinkedIn, a beautiful woman puts out a post about how was your coffee today? She gets 40,000 views and 700 likes. You know what I'm saying? And then a man puts out, I made someone $5 million today, and you get 2 likes.
Definitely the females seem to get more engagement on social media than the guys do. But no, I mean, like I said, I like helping people make money, seeing people be successful, and I'm also happy I've helped a lot of my friends, make a lot of money this last year and a half, during COVID with the market and playing. Unfortunately, like I said, what I do is a very boring, simple system. And I kind of said that in the beginning of the show in the first few weeks. I'm like, it's not sexy, it's not exciting, but I'll print money every week, and we'll write this like a progressive jackpot on the weeks you don't hit, and when they do hit, it's really good. And over time, it's done well. Unfortunately for the show, the meme stocks and what people want to see that does even better doesn't turn in and produce income. So but like I said, overall I'm happy. I'm going to finish the year. I'm hoping to finish the year up, a couple of $1 million. And I've got refocused. We were actually down at what, we've been up as much as about 3 million during the year. We were down at 1.7 million. I came all the way back in the last 2 weeks, 1.7 million, plus. So it's been lots of fun, and hopefully we'll continue going.
Well, Raja, I just want to say, thank you so much for what you do. The Big Jackpot helps a lot of people. If you read through the comments, like a lot of people are DGen gamblers, but they watch you, and they enjoy it. They're not, and they can't get out, and they just, it helps a lot of people. And for myself, it's fun, man. So just thank you for what you do.
Oh, you're welcome. No, we try to help people, and we get the same thing. I have a lot of degenerate gamblers who say, this made me go gamble, and I have a lot of people that says, watching you, I didn't have to go gamble. Plus, we also give back. Like our super chats we get, we donate back to charities and different stuff. And, like I said, we like to help. We want to see everybody be successful. I'm not giving anyone any money who sends me, we get these messages, I lost all my money, Raja, I can't pay for rent. I'm not helping those people. That's not the people who need help. We help, actual charities, boys and girls clubs, stuff like that. We've been, really big with cancer and, stuff that helps a lot of people. I'm not looking to help one individual person who lost all their money gambling. But like I said, it's been a lot. It's been a lot of fun. The Big Jackpot, it has a lot more exciting things coming up in the future. It's going to continue to grow. Raja makes money no matter what. I'm going to, go until the end of the year because we have to figure out how much I make at the end of the year. As long as I outdo the markets, I'm going to be very happy. It's funny. When I make a lot of money, I never hear any of the haters. On days when I'm down, my chat's full of people. Told you, Raja, don't buy that stock. It's the same people that say don't play that slot machine when you lose. And then when you hit a big jackpot on it, they're like, whoa.
Well, so. Hey, man, Raja, please tell BOD thank you he's been sticking with you. That man's been with you, and tell him thank you for all he does, and I really appreciate it. I always give my guests the last word. Anything you'd like to say? Anything you want people to check out that might be coming up in the next month or so?
Well, I mean, anybody who wants to see what we do, coming up in about 5 minutes after this, we'll be live on Raja Makes Money, both on YouTube and Facebook. I'll be doing my podcast right from here where I'm at. So it should be exciting. Unfortunately, today was a down day in the market. Well, the market altogether was down. It was up for a while, but my big holding is Lucid, which had a big sell-off today, which was kind of interesting. It started up a little bit, but I didn't expect it to sell off so much. But I think some people are just taking a little money out for the weekend. Who knows? But right after this, you guys come check it out. It's lots of fun, and join us. And thanks for having me on your show.
Hey, man, I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll talk to you later, all right?
All right, sounds good. Enjoy your weekend.
All right, everyone. So that was a great interview. And, it's good to network with folks. Raja didn't have to take his time, but he did. For me, the One-Legbandit, and definitely growing each other's network. He is just a good person, and when you watch people on YouTube, who you're dealing with. So definitely check out Raja Makes Money and the Big Jackpot, just to have a good time and chill out on the couch and pull that up on YouTube. But that's all I got for today, everyone. Please take a look at SHIB. It is going crazy. I alerted that back at 6 zeros in the 6, and we are way up, and it's definitely screaming up. So thank you very much, everyone, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.